Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faris bin Haji Ahmad. I will lecture you on chapter 5. So the topic for today's class is resistance exercise. So we move on to the next slide. The learning outcome. Number 1, student able to understand the basic of resistance exercise, and number 2 is student able to demonstrate the activity and resistance in resistance exercise. Okay, so we move on to the first slide, resistance exercise or training. Basic of RT. RT is referring to the resistance training. You need to know about lock your back, chest up, facing forward. So this one is a basic of resistance training. You lock your back, chest up, and facing forward. RT also can be known, or resistance training also can be known as a strength training. So there is a difference between component in resistance training, which is power, muscular strength, hypertrophy, and muscular endurance. So for power, it can be defined as a one burst. So the repetition is 1 to 2 reps. For muscular strength, exert maximum forces 1 to 6 repetition. Hypertrophy, muscular or bulky, when you want to build up look look to make your body looks muscular, so it called as a hypertrophy. So the repetition to perform it is 6 to 12. And last one is muscular endurance, is referring to the you sustain in a longer period. So repetition is more than 12 repetition. This one is had been suggested by Beckley and earlier 2008. Okay, so for resistance training or exercise, it can be done to perform resistance exercise. It can be done in four ways, four basic ways, or four common ways. The first one is using free weight. So the example of free weight such as dumbbell. So when you using a dumbbell, you can develop your strength. Second one is using machine. So machine is referring to the equipment that have been placed inside the gym. Means that you cannot move it. You cannot simply move it. Example here is leg pull down. Leg pull down machine. Okay, so you can see the image here. Okay. Number three is body weight. So to increase your strength or to do your strength training, you can use your body weight. The body weight is different between individual and between one individual to another individual. So the type of exercise that you can perform is lunges. And then the last one is it refers to the others things that you can do to increase um, your strength. Example that I give you is using TheraBand. So the TheraBand had been designed with the purpose for the exercise. And then another one is innovation. You create based on your creativity. So what I can give example here, beside TheraBand that you have to buy it, you also can use a motorcycle tire or bicycle tire to act as a TheraBand to perform same activity with TheraBand. That one we call is as a innovation. You create it based on your creativity. Okay. So now we are focusing on the chapter 5.2, which is types of basic resistance exercise. As I told earlier, we have a power. So power is focuses on overcoming resistance, but also focuses on the ability to overcome the resistance in the shortest period of time with high load. You perform shortest period of time with high load. Exercise which apply the maximum, and the next point is exercise which apply the maximum amount of force as fast as you can. So what we can define the power here is strength and speed. So when you have strength and speed, means that you have a power. So what is the difference between exercise and test in power? So for exercise, you can do any type of exercise, okay, with a fast or either fast or bouncing movement. Sorry, bouncing movement. You can apply the repetition is 1 to 2 repetition. You can see at this image here. So the test that can be done to determine either you gain or not your power is via vertical jump test or counter movement jump test. Okay. So next is muscular strength. So what is muscular strength? Able to lift a heavy weight, able to exert a great force. So the amount of weight lifted relative to person body weight. So it can be measured as a ratio weight lifted pound or kg divided by your body weight. So the more the higher the ratio is, the higher strength that you have. Okay. So this one is the difference between training exercise. Sorry, exercise and test in strength. Any exercise again same exercise but with 6 to 12 repetition. And then the test that we can done is 1 RM bench press or 1 RM leg press. 1 RM is 1 repetition maximum. Okay. So how we will calculate your 1 RM. So this one is an example for 1 RM bench test calculation. For the first step, take one load. So you can estimate any the load of your load. So for example here I take 30 kilogram. So second ones, because we want to do a bench press test, so we do a bench press and calculate how many repetition that you can lift. So example here I take, so when I take 30 kilogram, I can perform 15 repetition, and then we have to insert it into a formula and calculate it. So by using a formula by Brzezinski 1993, 1 RM, 1 repetition maximum equal to weight lifted divided by 1.0278 minus in the bracket 0.027 time repetition. So if you can see here, I already insert the amount of weight into a formula. So 30 kilogram here, 15 repetition here. So I managed to get 49 kilogram. So this 49 kilogram is actually my strength to lift it. Okay. So when I want to do a 1 RM 1 repetition maximum test, so I will take this load as my strength load. So for additional information, if you want to do 100%, you can use 49, 75%, 50%, 25%. Depends on test that you want to perform it. Okay. So hypertrophy, as I said earlier, is increment of or enlargement of your muscle. So for next one is muscular endurance, ability to perform repeated muscular contraction or repeated movement. Okay, so exercise or test that we can do here for muscular endurance, any exercise with more than 30 repetition. So the test that we can done to test our muscular endurance is either 1 minute push up or 1 minute sit up. We can calculate how many repetition that we can perform in 1 minute. So I think that's all. Thank you. Shukran. Shishir. Nari. Obrigado. Arigato. Terima kasih.